Thank you for being here. We're here with Goldmine, the blog, and first of all, I'm a huge fan, as I told you, and I really enjoyed your first album. And my first question would be, when did you guys realize that you had the possibility to make a living out of your music?
We got told that we could go and quit our jobs in our various different pubs that we worked in, and that was the day. I remember going in and handing my notes in and being like, "See you later, I'm going out."
Second question would be about your first album, and which I loved. Again, it's a very sort of heterogeneous album. Very different songs. It's sort of a roller coaster of. What is the root of the choice, if it is a choice, to have such a wide choice of songs, so different. So every song potentially a single, I would say. Did you get criticized for it? How was it?
It's always been something that we have because we all write songs, so it's naturally going to have some variation because that's just what happens. And I think rather than try and stop that, we encourage it with each other. It would be boring for us to just do one style of music.
I think it's nice to have an album which you can listen to from start to finish, and like you say, it kind of takes you on a bit of a journey rather than just being all the same sort of songs. And yeah, I think people to begin with are a little bit confused maybe by it, but hopefully with the second record it will make sense because it happens again, and that's just the style of how we go about making songs.
Very excited about the second too. So how does it feel to be a popular band in the internet era, in the blog era? What do you think about free sharing, and also do you think that it's all positive, or has it got its cons in some way?
I think everything's quite readily available, so anyone can get hold of any music whenever they want. So it's kind of good in a way because you can discover more music quickly, but also it not to cheapen it, but it just when you used to save up and go and buy a record, it took time to be able to get hold of it, and you researched it, and it was a bit more special thing,
Yeah.
So maybe people don't buy proper albums and just listen to them from beginning to end. They just cherry pick the best parts and maybe not get.
I agree. Records. Quite true. So this is a silly question. If you had a DeLorean and could travel through time.
This is a great question.
I wish you'd around
Could travel through time, in which band of the past would you choose to play in?
I'm so happy with the DeLorean.
Can we
Yes, you're happy with it.
I'd go to...
I just stay in the DeLorean.
Yeah, be that way.
Yeah.
I'd go to...
I think I'd do that.
on the way to wherever we'd go to 1955, I'd probably play in the band in Back to the Future.
Yeah.
I think, really, the timing of that when we were kids, I think looking back, that might have been the first time I saw someone rocking out on the guitar. So it's a bit of a weird one. So Michael J. Fox has probably got a lot of responsibility in this era of rock music of being an inspirational guitar player.
It'd be good to go back and see what it was like when Elvis first broke out and started touring around. That kind of era when that piece first took off. That seemed like a really exciting time.
Yeah, I'd go see the Beatles on second thoughts.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in any band because I wouldn't want to ruin it.
Well, yeah, because if you go and it changes the future, right? So if we played in the Stones, then it would,
Yeah, it's a paradox.
They would have broken up, and then
possibly.
So we just had a look, I think.
Brian Jones, what are you doing?
Yeah.
This is called a synth, No, love the answer. So, do you think this is possibly something that it's very Italian in a way? Do you think that in music there is meritocracy? or how important do you think that trends are in the success of a band? And also, if you can, obviously, could you name a couple of bands that you think are largely overrated? And so, where this meritocracy is not.
You want some dirt, don't you?
Yeah, I'm playing reporter here.
I think we've never really been a part of a trend, I don't think.
Yeah, even when we were starting out in England, we were quite separate from even what was going on around us at the time. Like, we were quite uncool compared to what was going on. You know, we weren't really seen as being very with.
I think if a band plays a certain type of music to fit in with the trend, then they'll probably only last
as long as the trend lasts. Yeah.
But if you've written music that you love, and you kind of hopefully it will last a bit longer if you stick at it anyway.
It's like a really strong fashion or something. If you really go for it, then you become like a victim of it when it goes out of style. So if you were uncool to begin with, then you shouldn't worry.
Like a cartoon, also.
Well, yeah, just like you'll look dated, I guess. I think
Yeah.
we look dated to start with. Probably.
No. So very, very clear. And this is the last question. And if you could give any advice to an upcoming band, what this advice would be, the first one? You know, if you're trying to do this.
Follow a trend.
Follow a trend.
Well, as a band, we're a group of friends that have always stuck together, and it's the same band, the same thing. We've never really changed, and we've grown up together, and we've so if any band sort of starting out now, rather than firing people or losing people, that if someone gives them advice to get rid of your drummer or something, I think that's a bit wrong. You should stick together and
if you all enjoy it,
yeah, stick to your guns and
for
keep
the same goal, then
yeah,
why change it?
Not worry too much about what other people think and say, because when we first started out, everyone has their opinion of you, and if you're not particularly successful, then you start to listen to these people from the outside telling you that you need to be more like this and more like that. You need to do what's honest to yourself and what you feel comfortable playing, and if you just do that and stick to it, then you give yourself a way better chance of making something from it than if you allow other people to get into your little circle, I think.
And if you have success, then it's completely about you. It's not some thing that's been crowbarred in, or some fake thing that or whatever, that you're uncomfortable with. I think it's very easy to see if someone's not believing in what they do. And if you're just yourself, then that's it. Simple.
Yeah. I think But we always have the rule of you're only as good as your last show you've played or your last record you've made, and you never get ahead of yourself, or you just got to be true to what you're doing, and if you do that, then even if it doesn't become successful, at least you can say
you were honest with it. Yeah, you did it the right way. In our minds.
Yeah.
It's quite a lot of advice, isn't it?
So, yeah, man.
Don't follow trends. Yeah.
I'm crying. No, thanks. No, it was a pleasure, and I happen to agree with all the things you said, and it's been a real pleasure. I'm a huge fan, and thanks for your kindness.
Thank you.
I'm so excited for the show.
Yeah.
Thank you.